beautiful sunny morning in La Jolla Shores, California for the 2016 Stance ISA World Adaptive Surfing Championships. We have got such an exciting 3 days of surfing ahead of us.
And our sand for Danny Burt, bringing sand from right here in La Jolla.
So I have friends that have gone through either a terrible, something happening in their life that was terrible that changed their life forever, or they were born with physical limitations. But last year I was exposed to all of that for the first time in my life. I remember going to the beach a couple of days before the competition and seeing like a blind surfer that is being guided by somebody else. And he's surfing the waves that we surf, but he doesn't see the waves. He feels the waves. But at the same time, these are athletes. They don't think themselves as people with physical limitations. They think themselves as athletes. They have different abilities depending on their physical condition. You shouldn't feel sorry for them. You should be happy for them because they're happy about doing this. And coming to a world championship, if you're an athlete, it's the best that you can do to represent your country at the highest level.
Welcome to all, welcome to the teams. 22 teams this year. We're making history. Just a little over a year ago, we have this competition for the first time in history here in La Jolla Shores, and we came back. It's the second annual Stance ISA Adaptive World Surfing Championship to celebrate life and to celebrate the ocean. The kindness of a society is seen in the way it treats different people, in how it creates a level playing field for all. Adaptive surfing should be an example like we are here today for the rest of the world. Some of you guys will go home, of course, with medals. Some of you guys will not go home with medals, but you guys are champions because you're here today, because you made it, because you're representing your country, you're representing the sport, this particular discipline of surfing, adaptive surfing. And you should take that with you home and for the rest of your life.
Danny Burt, one of very few female athletes competing in this competition, actually lost her leg in a motorcycle accident. I think about 10 years ago. She took a turn a little too sharp, ended up flying over some guardrails and losing her leg. But most incredible to me is the fact that she's up at 4 a.m. Every day that she's not working as an occupational therapist, charging out into the wave. I'm not gonna lie, I need a little motivation to wake up at 4 a.m. This chick does not.
I'm from Jersey originally, and then I was here for probably like a year and a half, and then I had my accident. I moved to San Francisco for a little bit, which was nice, but nothing compares to San Diego, I feel. I love it here. I had a great turnout of a lot of supporters, family and friends, and for me it's just, I would not be where I am without everything that they've done for me. So yeah, honored, very loved.
You never have to pay for parking anymore.
Want some breakfast burrito? Thank you.
As the euphoric highs and the lows that they sell. For when I reach my peak between life and my death, will I still see light as bleak, weak, earthly?
I could see what was going on. I could see that my leg was gone. I could see that I was having issues moving around. But as far as your mind, I mean, it's all in your head. And it's just over and over and over and all these negative, horrible thoughts and thinking about what happened because I can remember my accident and whatnot. In the hospital, so just seeing all the people that were helping me at that point, I wasn't used to that My biggest thing was that I wanted to be able to pay it forward because they were putting so much into me at that time. So that really started everything. Physical therapy just helped me so much with getting my strength back and my independence. It just seemed like a great career to do and also to accomplish my goal with helping people again. It was amazing to work with the same physical therapists that were helping me during my recovery.
Oh, good girl. You're so nice. I follow you on Facebook, but I don't get to come to any of your...
Well, we have a big competition this week, Friday through Sunday.
Sunday, down at La Jolla Shores.
Yeah, see, you know.
She can do anything.
Yeah.
Anything she wants. She's got it here and she's got it here.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of you, girl.
Well, I love you. It's great seeing you. Yeah.
Thank
So I'll see you on Thursday.
All right, 2:30.
Okay, yeah.
Well, 2:30.
2:30.
2:30.
It's beyond important to have quality prosthesis for surfing and for everyday life, for your quality of life. You can put together a leg, anybody can do that, but to really understand how it should be put together, that's the important part. Michael surfs and he gets that.
You know, through insurance you can get prosthetics. Sometimes you need a specialized prosthesis to do things like surfing or snowboarding, you know, and it takes a different body positioning to do those other events. And even running, you know, there's different position where you want the foot and different feet. It's just there's some movements I want to make sure it's just in snug.
It feels tight.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, look right here. The ISA Stance World Adaptive Surf Championships at La Jolla Shores, and we just did a surf clinic. So we have youth adaptive surfers out there. So this is trying to grow the sport for the next generation because it's going to open so many doors and it's going to eventually get into the 2024 Paralympics. So we're setting it up and we're setting up these kids to really get out there, learn how to surf.
Last year, when we had the idea of hosting the first ever World Championship for Adaptive Surfers, we didn't know what was going to happen. We knew it was a good idea, but we didn't know how many people were going to come, if it was going to work. But in reality, it was a celebration of surfing, and it was a celebration of surfing for people that maybe somebody would have thought they were never going to be in the waves.
This is the second annual World Adaptive Surf Championship event. We have 77 athletes, 22 different countries, and it looks like we're paddling out into the lineup.
You're gonna get out there, give yourself a feeder here, get all psyched, wash the nerves off, and then focus the first time out to catch your waves.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not nervous.
And then the next time, look for the best wave. Because there's gonna be
Just sit out there.
Pick the eyes out.
This is my only heat today. Okay. And then tomorrow I have another heat, round 2. And then they take the 2 best waves from those 2 heats and then see if you move forward.
USA. It looked like friends, family, fans, even shirts that said Danny Burt on there. You know, how's that feel when you come in after getting a win to have that warm reception on the beach?
I mean, I'm completely honored. I mean, for those people, I wouldn't be where I am without them. They've supported me, loved me. They're just great.
Para nosotros llegar acá al Mundial ya forma parte del premio que vinimos a buscar. Tenemos un gran acompañamiento de nuestra familia, de nuestros amigos. Y bueno, hoy estoy a 1 hora de mi primera batería en el Mundial. Así que es algo que lo cuento y la felicidad me desborda, no lo puedo a veces verbalizar.
The number one achievement was that we created a platform, like a runway. There were planes and air, but there was no runway. So now we created a place where the adaptive surfers could actually take off.
Let the sun go up and meet you there. Top of the building, right back to the basement. You want me to stop?
2016 Stance ISA World Adaptive Surfing Championships. We have a complete and full day of competition ahead.
I love competing against the boys. You don't compete against the boys? But I would like to compete against the girls. Yeah.
It's just amazing, you know, talking to her and to Elaine about how to empower women around the world. In many places of the world, women are treated as a second-class citizen. On top of that, women with physical limitations is even worse. So, you know, we really need to empower that. And one way to do it is here.
What I really feel is important with competing and sticking with it is just reaching a broader audience, especially females, because currently I'm like the only amputee female competing. So to be on this type of stage and get that word out and be like, you can do whatever, like you just need to make it possible, like put together a leg and just get out there.
It's amazing. You come back here and you get to see all your friends you met last year. Beautiful La Jolla, California. I'm glad to be on the Australian team to come and represent my country, take part in a global event like this. It's an honor. Good place to be. Really good place to be.
Sometimes it's painful trying to be a good boy.
It's been an amazing event so far out here. I competed for the first time ever this year in the Duke's Adaptive Surf Competition in Hawaii and had the opportunity to go against some of the guys that I was going to be facing here. And I was really excited to show how much I've improved in my surfing, and then I got here and I realized all of them have improved just as much. So it's really cool to see everybody so stoked about competition, but also so stoked about everybody else's waves and how well they're doing out there. And you can see everybody's teams cheering everybody else's teams on. So even in the spirit of competition, like we found a common ground and are sharing a lot of stoke today.
Just wishing you the best.
Okay.
And thanking you for coming and hoping that you're going to bring a lot of more women.
Oh, they're coming.
They're coming.
They're coming. Some of them are here. Okay, here we go. Bye.
And Danny was in first a moment ago, but last of red, Ismail Araya was a 4.10, enough to take him up into second as we see him right now, blazing across that left-hander, a bit of a head dip and comes out, drops Danny Burt in the yellow down to third.
was eliminated in the quarterfinals, but overall I was just beyond honored to represent USA and be a part of this amazing ISA event.
Your score was like a 2.3. You needed a 2.6. You did good, buddy. It happens.
I feel it in my knees, doing what I please, sing it like that. I'm liking who I am, I'm doing what I can, I'm loving who I get to spend my weekends with.
I think that's amazing that all of us are trying to push ourselves in the sport and to try to achieve things that most people might not have ever thought possible. Someone with no legs or one leg or whatever injuries they may have getting out there. I myself am very interested into toe-in surfing, big wave surfing, and so when I get back from this competition, I'm meeting up with my new coach to start training on toe-in surfing. So maybe one day you'll see this guy on some monsters.
What an incredible day 2 here in La Jolla for the 2016 Stance ISA World Adaptive Surfing Championships. We hope that you can join us tomorrow morning bright and early. 7:30 start time for finals days. We are quarters, semis, and finals moving on through.
I was blown away, just all the countries and everybody who would come together. And I think the one thing you get out of this event is like the camaraderie. Yes. Right? Everyone's helping each other. That's like the whole, like, the vibe of the event. You know? It's like everyone's lifting each other up. I'm super stoked to be here. It's such a, like, you leave the beach when you come to this event, just like motivated. So, yeah, revived, man. It just gives you such a good feeling.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you for being here. Congratulations. Beautiful.
Last year, no one knew about this kind of thing, and now there's been a global explosion of adaptive surfing, and which is inspiring many people from different countries, and it gives them the happiness of the ocean. You know, it's a good place to be.
I'm pretty convinced that a lot of these other countries that are here are already or going to put on their own versions of this event.
The future could be that we might have regional qualifiers in the future to make this happen. So it will be like maybe an American, European, you know, an Asian, Pacific competition, and then coming to a grand finale. The good part about doing San Diego is that the ISA is based here. So we can do a lot of things without having to worry about a local organizer somewhere else. You do it the way you want it.
I'm very impressed with ISA this year because Fernando has been so present and listening to what everything that the competitors had to say, and it felt like he was really taking it to heart and taking it into consideration. And just seeing how the event has progressed from last year, they're doing an unbelievable job.
Toda esta gente está agradecida y todo el mundo va a abrir los ojos y darse cuenta de el curro que hay aquí y lo que estás ayudando a toda esta gente a que esté todo el año motivados.
That these athletes are dealing with, and see what they're doing and the level that they're performing at, missing a leg, missing an arm, maybe missing all of the above. It's crazy as we just see a 360 go down right there from Mark Stewart.
It represents so much to me, especially the second time round. This year was just so good to see the youth getting involved more, and hopefully we can keep spreading the word around the world and get people back into the ocean, you know. That's what it's all about, adaptive surfing.
I would like to see adaptive surfing taken to another level of seriousness, where it's not just looked at as something sweet for people to do. There are waves that some of us surf are quite demanding, and I surf waves in Indonesia that a lot of surfers will not surf. So there is an elite side to it that is not recognized.
We're going to take the experience of 3 new people, and they're going to go and tell their friends, and more people are going to come surfing who are adaptive.
It's an incredible inspiration for all of us since we started with this last year, pushing me all the time, and now she is a commentator, so the whole world is listening to her.
I'm a little torn. I love being the athlete voice behind the mic, but I love being out there in the ocean.
You can do that later.
I will do that later. The wave ski division's going on right now. Philippe Kizu is shredding.
Division.
It's my division. I use wave ski to surf with a kayak paddle. Love everything that's happening at the ISA World Adaptive Surf Championships. It's awesome.
This year with the team was really amazing. I mean, Coach Frankie that came in, he was completely there for all of us, 100% all the way. And just when we got our medals, he whispered in my ear saying that training starts now for next year. So we're definitely gonna bring it. Reflecting on the last few days of this whole event, the overwhelming feeling that I have is just privilege and an honor to be with all these people and to represent my country and just hear the stories from not just the participants but the people that come and watch and just feel like they're inspired to try surfing or just inspired to keep going with life in general.
Everybody goes home happier than when they came, even the ones that don't have a medal, because they participated. And they go home as ambassadors of the power of surfing and riding waves to make life better for everybody. Not just for the people here, but the people that are home. It's a lot of people that need help around the world, and this could be a discovery for a lot of them. So if you ask me, Fernando, what would you like to see the ISA 5 years from now? We'd like to see us engage with the Minister of Sports, the National Olympic Committee, teaching everybody how to swim, certainly to swim in the ocean. Because once you learn to swim, you can body surf, and once you get to body surf, you're a surfer. And surfing is not what you do on a surfboard. Surfing in English means riding waves. It's actually a passion, and it's actually a way of being happy.